I didn't know I was going to get an introduction. That was my first 15 seconds. So my name is Mindy O'Neill. I am the owner and editor of thisarcticlife.com. Today we'll be talking about the evolution of media. It's a very large picture there. We'll start with newspapers. In 1666, the first newspaper was in London. We're Americans, though, so we really don't care a lot about the Europeans. In the late 1600s, we started doing it ourselves. The very first one was past us, but basically the guy was arrested and thrown into jail and shut down, which equaled free press really doesn't mean free voice in the free world. 1700s to the 1800s, lots of things started happening. Weeklies, dailies, and newspapers started happening. In 1751, the First Amendment was passed for freedom of speech. Printing presses, 1,100 papers were allowed to be printed at one time, making mass media relevant. And of course, with machines, people wanted to make money, so they started charging 1 cent a piece. Let me just stand over here. The telephone ended up coming into play somewhere in there, and you all know how that ended up into radio. Radio kind of had its debut, arguably, between the 1600s and 1640s, 1900s to 1940s, upside down. But it was basically appointment listening. Families were around the radio listening to all this brand new talk and information. And 1940s, television starts to rumble a little bit. 1939. Of course, there's always critics that say that will never work. And of course, the movie industry was like, television will never stick. But of course, they were wrong. And television is still around today. 1940s, 2 million television sets were in 1940. By 1950, 8 million television sets. By 1959, 42 million television sets were in America. Most people had 2. 1970s, the internet starts creeping around. People start to investigate a little bit. What is this internet thing that's going on? Network email starts, and rumbling started happening with the World Wide Web. Basically, between 1990 and 2008, stuff happened. Americans got fat, televisions got smaller, and the internet, this series of tubes started coming around. Of course, we can all claim Senator Ted Stevens for the series of tubes. In 1990 was kind of when that all started to, the world started changing. They started connecting in ways that they never ever connected before, leaving radio and television kind of wondering what the heck's going on. In the meantime, newspapers going down. They are losing money, and they're wondering what the heck are we going to do. They start going online as well. In the meantime, mobile phones, remember those things, started rising. People are spending way more time on their mobile phones, and actually landlines are going down as well, leaving the telephone industry a little nervous as well. So that brings us to 2010. Online convergence. You don't even actually need your laptop anymore. All you need is an iPhone, where you can actually watch TV, appointment listening whenever you want. You can listen to a podcast anytime. Hopefully it's mine. Where's it all going? Well, we can be something really technologically savvy like the Jetsons, or we can go to the demise of the road. It can happen. But what we do know is that people are spending a lot more time online, 17.5 hours a week online. As you can see down here, 2011, internet television, web, email, gaming, video to PC, 72% of people on the internet today are watching video. So basically, we get to decide, do you want to take the blue pill, or do you want to take the red pill? Do you want to continue to operate in one life, or do you want to be part of the convergence of everything that's happening? we all get to decide that at the end of the day, nobody knows what's actually going on, and we get to choose how we make it happen. Thank you very much for your time.